Hello and welcome to Patrick's Model and Transport. Right, Kibri man tanker truck or lorry, model code 10258, cab details. So remember that when we had a look and dismantled this, I noticed there's a little hole, a wee hole here in the top of on the cab roof. And initially I thought, that'll be for a flashing beacon light. An amber light. No. Looking at photographs of the model, assembled model, so this very model, and also looking at photographs of MAN, or more specifically Roman lorries or trucks that I have in my photographic archive that I photographed in Romania years ago when there were plentiful supply, the old ones. Some of these lorries have got a small skylight, a ventilation, I wouldn't say a sunroof, it's a vent here on the top of the cab that you can open up to increase ventilation, cool down. There's no air conditioning, of course. And on the Kibri man, I say man, Germans say MAN, in Italian we say man as well. I was going to say man. They're fitted, no? And of course this is missing, and so this would have been actually just posted in there with a wee peg. So what have I done? I had a look at some of my photographs, and I estimated the dimensions of this cap, this ventilation lid on the top of the cab, and here it is. This is the dimension. So I'm just going to take it off the paper tape a minute. Last night I already gave this a coat of surface primer. I'm going to have to buy some surface primer because I'm out. I'm really beginning to be low on surface primer. I just used white surface primer in this case here. But I will have to buy. I like the surface primer because you do save a coat of paint. Apart from this was white, but it's good. So this will be fitted on there like that. Right, I might want to file down let's just put that out of the road there for a moment. There, I might want to file this down a bit better to make it flush. But of course this has to be painted. I'm not going to paint it yellow. I'll paint it in a contrasting colour. I'll paint it blue. So what have I done now? I've mixed some more blue, which I don't know if I got the right shade, because this one here was done by trial and error, by mixing Vallejo Sky Blue with Vallejo Intense Blue, Dark Blue. Then I tried plonking some yellow inside and got to green. Then I put some black, and then I put some other dark blue. So it was, I remember in that video I mixed such a lot of blue that I managed to give 2 coats of paint, and that was me. So in this case here, this is on the roof, so it wouldn't really, even if the shade is slightly different, it will be contrasting against the yellow, and it will definitely be okay. So I'm just sticking that on that bit of paper tape right now, and we'll just give it a wee coat of paint, of course. And there's another couple of points I have to touch up on this lorry, so we'll get that done as well. So we'll paint this here, the right colour of blue. I can even just overlap onto the tape, because then we'll just take this off. So that's that done. Note that I've circled it as a warning, sort of, don't do anything silly. And here at the back, there's a couple of points here that are not very well done. So on the back bumper, also I've been handling this, but actually with the surface primer, it doesn't come off as good. So I'm just going to hold this, and I'm going to touch it up right there. touch up there. A quick touch up here. That's also on the side, so it doesn't really matter. It won't, if it's slightly darker, nobody will notice it. Trying to see if there's anything else I have to touch up, anything else that's been missed. Oh, maybe here the bumpers. I've been handling this, see? I've been touching this a million times, manoeuvring and doing things, so I think I'm going to give the bumper and headlamp surrounds just a wee touch up here. I still have to touch up, I haven't touched up the headlamps yet with silver. That'll be done. Even this step here. See, I've been touching it, handling it, fiddling. Of course, I haven't added any gloss in here, so I don't really want to. I should have added a spot of gloss, but oh, well, to get this sort of semi-gloss effect. But these are just tiny touch-ups, so it's not really a problem. That was the other ingredient in that blue paint, gloss. So we got this nice semi-gloss finish, which is actually more resistant to touching compared to just matte. That's quite okay, I would say. Here it's a bit faded here, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to glue the bodywork on here, so we don't really need to go absolutely silly and painting every single detail. Maybe here, you know, there at the back there, that'll be visible. Okay, I'm trying to sort of touch up the parts that are visible. That's that done. Of course, I've mixed too much paint. Okay. Another wee spot here that should be dark. It should be blued in there. There. I know it's not. It should be painted. So, right. That's that done. We can call it a day, definitely. Okay, so that was another wee touch up. We'll let this in here dry. This thing here will dry. I don't think we need to give it a second coat. Don't know what I'm going to do with all this blue stuff right now. It's too much, and pity it's a waste. That's the thing. I honestly don't know what to do with it. Well, I did find something to do with the extra paint. I painted this woman's dress because this was a figurine that had to be touched up, and so I painted her dress blue. She's wearing a blue dress, and this other girl here is wearing blue shorts because she's got shorts on, rather short shorts, hot pants and boots. So I'm using she is wearing boots there. So in fact now I've actually got some black here because I was giving the wipers an extra touch up. So I think I'm going to paint her boots black, and I could paint this woman's shoes black as well. Even if maybe it would be better to touch up her legs beforehand. I'll have to paint her handbag as well. You can see there's an interesting figurine because she's getting something out of her handbag. I have flesh pink as well, but the thing is that I don't see a handbag strap. But maybe it's a handbag without a strap. Anyway, this is what I'm doing with extra paint. So I decided to just do that. Let's see how the touch-ups came. Quite good. I actually got the colour quite well. It's matte, you can see there. This is the roof skylight, the roof opening ventilation flap. I will put that on the roof. I'll just glue it in place in the next clip. And anyway, we're going to be giving the cab a touch of gloss varnish once they're finished. So that'll get as gloss varnish when we get that done. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick touch up with black. I'll do some footwear or the handbag. I should have gloss black for shoes and handbags, but not matte. So I don't know. I might do something else with that and do the figurines at another time. Okay, righto. Let's get cracking. 2nd of January here. They're still shooting fireworks out there. Very good. Well, they have to finish an ammunition, don't they? Okay, right. That's this flap painted, and we're going to fit it to the cab. Now we've fitted the cab to the chassis for the moment, because this way, without the windows, because this way I can actually have it straight. It'll be, it's not leaning over. So you can see that's ready. The original factory made one would have a, it's not 100% orthogonal, but it'll have to do, won't it? And I could I could just cement this in place with Tamiya cement. The problem is that this is painted, so I don't want to use Tamiya cement in case it seeps out and it makes a paint run, because the paint is even underneath and I don't want it to splodge. So what we're going to use now, we're just going to use some glue and glaze, which is the best option in this case here. So we'll just put a tiny spot of glue and glaze here on this small clipping of card. Always keep small clippings off boxes and things because they're very useful for the glue and glaze work, or even if you want to mix just a very quick. Too much came out as usual. Let's try and suck it back in. Okay, let's wipe that, otherwise then it'll gunk up. It's already gunking up, look at that. It always gunks up, this thing here. Let's peel that off. Oh, there's another job I have to do with glue. I have to use, not modelling job, but it's a different job I'm doing. It's another project I've got. It's been sitting around in this room for months, and I've not got around to doing it yet, as usual, because... Right, so I'm just going to fit some glue and glaze right here on the hole. I think I'll use a toothpick. This bit of toothpick I've got here is good enough. I don't need to use something not even a bit of wire this time here. This is good enough. And I'll actually concentrate my blob right here in the middle, where there's the hole, and just drop my ventilation flap in place. And I have to, this is my point of reference right here, this dirty mark here, because we want to have it as centered as possible. And the good thing of glue and glaze is the glue and glaze gives me a degree of maneuverability. I'm going to use now nice wee tweezers from Action, and maybe we'll use a toothpick to get it off the tweezers. There you go. I think that's okay. Let's see if it's at equal distances from both sides of the cab. So I'm taking this line here as point of reference here. That's my finger, you're seeing my finger. Sorry, that's the point of reference there. So we're at 9 millimeters and another 9 millimeters. So we're centered. Maybe it needs shifting a wee bit further over like so. Yeah, that's okay. I'm too fussy. 9 and 9. That's going to have to do, because I'm going, otherwise I'm going to be really... Right, there's a wee bit of splodge here, which we will just rub flatten with this. Wipe it on a bit of paper. Wipe that off as well. Any excess can come off. There we go. We've got our wee, oops, we've got the flap as well. Perfect. Righto, I'll show you a close-up. Might insert in this edited video a couple of pictures where you can actually see. There's a very good photo where you see the roof of a cab. One of these, it's actually the Roman, it's the same cab. And I'll see if I can insert that in the video just after this clip. Very well, that's this video complete for the moment. Because we've done everything that had to be done. Next step, we will be picking out the MAN badge and the frame of the radiator grille in silver. But we'll do that, we'll make a separate video for that, because it's a very, very, very delicate job. And I might even do it tonight. My ambition is to do these things in daylight, but when I'm daylight, I've got other things to do. Okie dokie, righto, that's that. So if you did enjoy the video, you can give it a like, of course. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and I am really looking forward to reading your comments, as always. Very well, cheerio, and see you next time. If you look carefully at the following two photos in the video, you'll see the vents on the roof of the cab. Oh, anyway, that was before. One last thing, and this will put this in this video. I've already started refitting the rear external wheels. So very simple. They don't need to be glued in. They just get pressed in. 1 and 2. There we are. So our lorry is definitely looking more normal now. Of course, the cab is not finished yet. And we will be doing some other small details, but we'll see them in another video. Cheerio, and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.